When you picture EDF's Fencer, what comes to mind first? An indomitable juggernaut advancing through overwhelming firepower behind an impenetrable shield? A high-speed combatant hopping across the battlefield faster than the enemy can react? Or a versatile weapons platform combining mobility, firepower, and adaptability into a single package? Let's compare the three dominant Fencer playstyles to determine where each excels, struggles, and why there may not be a definitive best. Shield Fencer excels at survivability, granting the class the ability to sustain offensive pressure against some of the most powerful and densely concentrated enemy forces. By negating attacks that would rapidly overwhelm other classes or playstyles, it can remain engaged for extended periods without sacrificing combat effectiveness. Fencer can become a potent enemy aggro anchor by drawing away large hordes of enemies from squad mates and NPCs by absorbing all incoming damage. A capable shield paired with a close-range weapon enables exceptional DPS uptime, reducing the need for constant retreating and recovery. This defensive foundation also provides the greatest margin for error of the three, making Shield Fencer particularly resilient to positioning mistakes and tactical misjudgments. Its effectiveness is no recent development either. Prior to the emergence of dash boost and equipable exoskeletons, Shield Fencer was widely regarded as one of the two dominant Fencer styles throughout EDF 4.1. That's a testament to the enduring value of good old survivability and consistency. The playstyle's primary limitation is mobility. Reliance on mostly multi-dashes results in the lowest top speed of the three styles, reducing its ability to rapidly traverse large maps or reposition across the battlefield. So despite the large defensive capabilities for the front and sides, the style is still susceptible to flanking foes and incoming damage from behind if enemy positioning awareness isn't maintained. The reduced speed also forces Shield Fencer to confront enemy formations directly rather than circumvent them. Most importantly, it requires a greater mechanical and tactical dependency on shield management. Improper timing, poor durability management, or allowing a shield to enter cooldown during a critical engagement can quickly compromise the playstyle's otherwise formidable survivability. In exchange for reduced battlefield reach, Shield Fencer gains unmatched resilience, consistency, and frontline presence. Dash Boost Fencer. Rising to prominence in EDF 5, this playstyle continues to provide the class with the highest mobility available in 6. Its defining characteristic is its omnidirectional movement, allowing for rapid repositioning across both the horizontal and vertical planes of the battlefield. This exceptional freedom of movement enables swift access to spawn points, high-priority targets, and advantageous terrain, while simultaneously reducing exposure to enemy attacks. By exploiting elevation, map geometry, and enemy pathing behavior, Dash Boost Fencer can often avoid threats entirely, rather than endure them. The playstyle's mobility also grants a unique degree of battlefield initiative. It can rapidly reinforce vulnerable positions, intercept emerging threats, rescue downed squad mates, and dictate the terms of an engagement in ways largely unavailable to the other styles. The trade-off for this mobility is a substantially reduced margin for error. Unlike Shield Fencer, survivability is derived primarily from movement, rather than direct damage mitigation. A mistimed dash, poor positioning decision, or loss of momentum during a critical engagement can quickly result in a large chunk of damage or game over. The playstyle also possesses the highest execution requirement of the three. Maintaining optimal mobility demands constant button inputs, precise timing, and continuous battlefield awareness. Preserving offensive pressure while repositioning at high speeds can prove challenging, particularly when navigating dense enemy formations or complex map terrain. As a result, Dash Boost Fencer represents the most demanding, yet potentially most rewarding style to the class. In exchange for a defensive security, the style gains initiative, agility, and complete control over positioning. Enhanced exoskeleton, the newest of the three styles, debuting in EDF 6. It prioritizes versatility over specialization, utilizing movement-enhancing exoskeletons to achieve substantial speed gains without the execution demands of dash boost or the defensive commitments of shield fencer. When paired with the appropriate late-game equipment, the playstyle can exceed a 500% increase to grounded movement speed and jump performance. The weight reduction provided by exoskeletons also allows heavy weaponry to be deployed far more effectively, while the absence of dedicated mobility weapons or shields grants considerably greater loadout flexibility. Unlike dash boost, mobility is achieved through sustained movement rather than repeated input chains, resulting in smoother battlefield traversal and more consistent offensive pressure while repositioning. This reduced execution burden allows greater emphasis to be placed on combat fundamentals, target prioritization, and situational awareness rather than shield and movement maintenance. As a result, Enhanced Exoskeleton Fencer occupies a unique middle ground between the other styles, combining strong mobility, weapon flexibility, and ease of execution into one of the class's most adaptable playstyles. The third style's greatest limitation is its high dependence on higher-level equipment. Unlike the other two, which retain their core strengths throughout most stages of progression, Enhanced Exoskeleton Fencer relies heavily on late-game support gear to fully realize its mobility potential. Lower-level exoskeletons often struggle to provide sufficient benefits to justify the sacrifices made in loadout building. Furthermore, versatility comes at the cost of specialization. Enhanced Exoskeleton Fencer can't match the defensive capabilities of Shield Fencer, nor the mobility potential of Dash Boost, leaving it without a singular area of dominance. While this balanced approach makes it highly adaptable, it's very possible for the execution to become nulled whenever a mission strongly favors either sustained defense or complete mobility. In exchange for versatility and consistency across a wide range of combat scenarios, the style sacrifices the exceptional strengths that define the other two playstyles. Ultimately, the most suitable style depends on both the mission type and you as an individual. Those considering Shield Fencer before a mission should ask themselves a simple question: can I realistically avoid significant damage throughout this mission? If the answer is no, Shield Fencer's survivability, consistency, and defensive utility become increasingly valuable as enemy numbers and battlefield chaos escalate. Players considering Dash Boost Fencer should instead ask, can mobility solve more problems than durability? Missions that reward rapid repositioning, spawn control, target interception, and initiative often allow Dash Boost to leverage its extraordinary freedom of movement to avoid threats altogether rather than endure them. Enhanced Exoskeleton Fencer occupies the middle ground. The question becomes, do I need to excel in any one area or remain effective across all of them? Or if you feel, I want mobility without turning EDF into a rhythm game. In missions where adaptability, weapon flexibility, and balanced performance are more valuable than extreme specialization, the style's versatility often proves its greatest strength.